I guess I'll get some of the thank yous out of the way. Thank you guys for being here. Thank the volunteers. It really takes a village to put these things together, and I can't believe it's been 2.5 years since we've done this. So thank you guys for coming back out. This means a lot. A couple of introductions I want to make, and we'll get this started. Obviously, this is Miami, so I told you to be here at 7, so we can start right around 7:30, so we're right on time. First person I want to introduce is, I've lived here my whole life in this neighborhood, Virginia Gardens, Miami Springs. It's a little gem, I'm biased. People who come in from out of town they didn't think this existed in Miami. They think Miami Vice if you're old like me, or some other reality show now. So the mayor of Miami Springs, Mayor Maria Mitchell, is here to welcome you. So without further ado,
thank you, Oscar. Welcome, everyone. This is, I wish you could see it from our viewpoint here. It's so exciting to see all of you here in Miami Springs. We're thrilled to have you here. This is so many years that we have this wonderful event, a fundraiser, and also a legacy of Sebastian, who is the beloved son, of course, of Oscar and Rose, but he's also our son in Miami Springs, and he's also the son of our community, of you, of South Dade. His memory, what he leaves behind, will live forever and ever in the foundation that Rose and Oscar have created for him, and that you're participating in every year to eliminate childhood cancer. So thank you so much for being here. We're thrilled that you're in Miami Springs. Please, after you run and Joyce, take some time to explore our beautiful community. We really are an oasis, a historic town. We're going to be celebrating our 100th anniversary soon, in just 4 more years. And we're right in the middle of all of Miami-Dade County. Most people don't even know we're here. And so having you here and hoping that you'll explore our community afterwards is just something that we're so excited about, so grateful. But again, keep in mind that every time that you participate in something for the Sebastian Strong Foundation, you're doing something that will help this legacy of creating forever and ever a way to fight childhood cancer, one of the most devastating illnesses, not just because it's cancer, but because it impacts children. And there's so little research, so little of the funding that cancer research, we hear so much about it, and so little of it actually goes into childhood cancer. So the Sebastian Strong Foundation does benefits not just research, but family support, and also education, awareness about these devastating illnesses. I thank you again for being here. Enjoy your run, and it's a beautiful day, so have fun.
again, thank you all for being here. As she mentioned, and as I mentioned earlier, it's been a couple of years since we've gotten together, and during that time, a lot has happened in the world, but from our standpoint, in large part due to the support of this community, of the people here, we've had a bigger impact in the last 2 years with COVID than we had in our first 3 years, which is a testament to what we do. And one of the things that I failed to mention earlier is, if you noticed, we have a new logo, a new tagline, discovering hope for kids with cancer. Hope is the most powerful tool in the fight. When Sebastian was diagnosed, it was the belief that there's a chance that things will get better. That is more powerful than anything else, and that's what you help us do. And the gentleman I'm going to introduce to you shortly, but before I do that, there's a lot of people that went into putting that together. There was a lot of work. A lot of you here, board members, volunteers. We want your feedback. Please let us know, and thank you again for being here. As I mentioned, the hope piece. That hope is put together by some really special people. People think of doctors as it's a very wealthy profession. and people go into it for money. Pediatric cancer is not one of those places that you go into for money. You go in because it's a noble cause, but you have to do a lot of really tough stuff. You have to tell parents that their kids aren't going to make it at times with regularity. But they move forward anyways, trying to find answers. And one of the people I'm going to introduce now, or the person I'm going to introduce now, is someone who was awarded our Discovery Science Award 2 years ago, Dr. David Loeb, who's part of our medical advisory board, and those are the folks that tell us where to put the money. And David wouldn't be able to do the work he does if it weren't for the generosity of you guys. So, David, and thank you guys again for being here.
I'm not as tall as Oscar, so I'm going to step a little higher. I just want to add my thanks to everybody else's. It's hard to understate how important it is, the generosity that you guys have, and how important that is to help support the work that we do. There's lots of organizations that raise money to support cancer research. The federal government puts a lot of money into cancer research, but only a tiny fraction of that goes into pediatric cancer research. And it's not exaggerating to say that we really couldn't do the work that we do without the support of organizations like this and people like you. So thank you so much for getting up so early on a Saturday morning to come out and do this. We're truly grateful.
Thank you, David. Thank you all. Stick around after. Enjoy each other's company. It's been a while since we've seen each other. And the last piece, one thing that has changed in the last 2 years, is due to the efforts of some friends and local leadership. When you start the second mile right past the first aid station, that strip is now Sebastian Ortiz Way. So you'll be running on his street. Sebastian's a runner, and that was part of the origin of it. She always remembered, the person who brought it up, remembered him running there. So enjoy. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you, some of you in 20 minutes, some of you a little later.